Hello, it's Friday again, so it's time for the next instalment of our Spotlight on series. This week we are shining a spotlight on referencing. So referencing is something that will be a part of your assignment writing throughout your time at Cardiff Met. Referencing is when we use a system to show clearly in our writing where we have borrowed ideas or words from another author. So the system that is commonly used at Cardiff Met is Harvard referencing system. Some programs do use Vancouver, which is slightly different. For the purpose of this session, we're talking about Harvard referencing. In Harvard referencing, there are two parts of the system that you need to know. Firstly, there is the in-text citation. That appears in your sentences, in your writing. And that's where you might insert a quotation from another piece of writing, another author. If you use a quotation, that's basically a copy paste. It's an exact copy of the words that you read in another text, and you have copied them and you will put them into your writing as evidence to support the discussion you're having. So if you do that, if you use a quotation, you must make sure that the words that you have copied are surrounded by speech marks or inverted commas. And this shows us that those words are taken from somewhere else. In addition to the speech marks, you must also include in your in-text citation some brackets which contain the author's surname, the year of publication, and the page. Okay, this also applies to a paraphrase or a summary. So if you have perhaps summarized a longer piece of information and you have condensed it into a shorter piece, and you have used your own words, or you have paraphrased in your own words, you will not then need the speech marks because you haven't copied the text exactly. You have written the information in your own words. However, you do still need to include in your in-text citation the brackets with the author's surname, the year, and the publication and the page number, author, year, and page number, because that tells us that although you have not copy-pasted the words, you have still borrowed the information, the idea, or the opinion of another author. So it must still have that part of the citation present in your writing. The second part of the Harvard referencing system is the references list, and that is a long list that appears at the very end of your work, where you write the full details of each of the sources of material that you have used. So you will write a list in A to Z, alphabetical order, according to the author's surname. Full details will include obviously the author's name, it will include the title. If it's a journal, it will include the journal name, volume, issues, publisher, publisher location. There's lots of information that you will include in the references list. I very much recommend that you use the online guide to Harvard referencing, which is called Cite Them Right Online. You can log into this website with your Cardiff Met login credentials and access the full extent of that website. It's an excellent guide and it will take you through any possible referencing that you might need to do. So it covers things like journals, obviously textbooks, videos, newspapers, websites, legal documents, really anything that you might use as a reference in your work. There will be an example and guidance for you on how to do it exactly. So I recommend that when you are doing your referencing in your assignments, you have Cite Them Right open as one of the windows on your screen so that you can keep referring to it and checking as you write your references to make sure that you are doing it accurately. The final point I'd like to make is that it's really important that you use your referenced material carefully. What I mean is, do not think that copying large chunks of text with a reference into your writing will help you fill the word count. Some students are mistaken and they think that this will be helpful to them. In fact, it won't be helpful. Using that approach will lead to low marks. Instead, you should be using your reference material very carefully and only where it can add value to your writing. So that is to say, where it can be used as an example of something or to offer expert opinion on something to back up the discussion that you are leading in your writing. We need to hear your voice as the author of your work. And as part of that, you may bring in and introduce these references for examples or expert opinion, but those references should not replace your discussion. We still need to see that that's a crucial part of your writing. Okay, so for further guidance on this and any other topic, you know what to do. You can contact us on email or you can book your appointment on MetHub and we will hopefully see you soon. Bye for now.